Hey guys, welcome to MyAirbags. I'm Eli, and today we're removing the airbag module on this Volkswagen Jetta. These are the tools that you're going to need on the Volkswagen Jetta. I've got my power drill here. You're going to need a socket wrench, preferably a small one that you can get into some tight spaces with. I have a 10mm, and you're going to need a T20 bit. Now the first and most important step is to disconnect the battery. Anytime we work with the airbag system, whether it's the module, the seatbelt, or the airbags, we want to disconnect the battery first. You come on in. I'm using a 10mm socket to go ahead and disconnect the negative. And I'm just loosening it up a little bit, just enough so I can wiggle it out and put it completely to the side. Same thing on the positive. I'm going to loosen it up just enough that it wiggles out. And you want to put it completely to the side. Now that the battery is disconnected, nothing's working, the car is completely powered down, I want to also make sure my parking brake is up. And I'd like to also move the steering wheel up and out of the way because we're going to want to work right in this area right here. So down here by your brake and acceleration pedal, you're going to want to take your T20 and go ahead and remove this fastener right in here. Next, we're going to want to remove this panel right over here. It kind of slides down and out. So you can start working back here and kind of wiggle it back and forth. The tabs will come right out, and then you want to slide it out this way, just like that. And you can see on the back, that's where the fastener was, and then that's where the sliding tab was right here in the front. And these are the other tabs on the back end. Right in here, we're going to want to get down and remove this black plastic piece right here. You want to peel back the carpet just a bit, just enough so you can see these black plastic fasteners right here. They have a little white dot in the center of them. There's two of them. I'm going to go ahead and use the 10mm at this point to go ahead and lift those right out. That's what they look like right here. Now there's one more. And then the second one. Once you remove those two, this black plastic piece right here just kind of slides right out. Okay, here's what you need to know. When the car gets into an accident, there's three main things that could be causing the light to be on. The airbags, the airbag computer module, and the seat belts. Any deployed airbags must be replaced with new airbags. You can buy a new airbag module. The problem is they cost up to a few $100s. Plus, you have to pay a dealership technician to go in and program it to your car. In other words, you have to marry the new unit to your car. Here at MyAirbags.com, we work closely with body shops, collision shops, and salvage rebuilders in all 50 states. Instead of buying a new airbag computer, we can actually reset your original airbag module. In other words, we clear it of all codes. And because it's original to your car, programming is not necessary. Seatbelts also deploy and they throw trouble code. Instead of buying expensive replacements, you can actually send in your seatbelts along with your module. Our seatbelt techs are licensed and they hold an ATF certification. This means that after your seatbelts are rebuilt, they will work again as designed. They will deploy in another accident event. Right after I remove this airbag module, stick around and we'll take a peek at the seatbelts. If you want to know more, just click on the link in the description below or just go to MyAirbags.com. So now we can see the module a lot more clearly. It's that black plastic module right there. It has a yellow harness plug right in the front that we're going to want to disconnect first. Over on the passenger side, we have the same fastener all the way at the end right there. With that T20, you want to go ahead and remove it. Once that comes out, you want to go ahead and start sliding this piece right back. And these tabs will drop right down. Very easy to remove. Again, you can see that's where the fastener was, and then that's the slider tab right there. And I'm going to go ahead and change out my T20 for that 10mm socket. We're going to peel back that carpet just a bit, and right in there is where those fasteners are. They're plastic black fasteners. That black plastic piece will then come right out, and then we have the module sitting right there. Now, before we start working on the actual module, it's really important to stress that the module in the car is completely powered down. There's no battery connection to the car. The reason for that is, if you look at how the module is sitting, it's flat on the floor of the vehicle. It's bolted down right there by those two bolts on this side, and there's one on the other side. If the module was powered up and, for example, we started removing these bolts while it was plugged in, the module will then sense that it's moving in an unnatural position while it's powered up. So therefore it thinks that the car is flipping over, or something dangerous is going on where the whole car is flipping over on its side or something like that. So we want to make sure the module is disconnected so that it doesn't process anything like that, because if it does, it will send a signal to deploy the airbags, seatbelts, roof airbags, pretty much everything, to make sure the person inside is safe. So we want to make sure the battery is completely disconnected at this point. So let's go ahead and start unplugging that yellow plug harness up front. All right, so right here we have the module and the yellow plug right up front. We're going to disconnect the plug first. If you look over here, you see this red or burgundy tab right here. You just want to push it that way, just like that, and that releases this white lever. You want to press down on this yellow button right in front of the lever first, and then go ahead and move the white lever over. That will release the whole plug from the unit. So press on the yellow and then grab the lever and just move it over. And when you do that, the whole plug will release from the front of the module. Now that the module is unplugged, I'm going to take my little sockets. You want to use a small one, just enough so you can get into these tight spaces right here. And I'm using a 10mm. There's one. The second one is right there. Let's go over to the driver's side and get the last one out. Over on the driver's side, we see the last one right there. Now that the last one is out, we can safely pull the module right up and out. This is what the airbag module looks like right here. And if you're looking for the part number, it's actually right over here. That number that starts with 561. Now, when a car gets into an accident, the dealership may tell you that you need to actually replace this module, and you can. The problem is they do charge a lot, and then they also have to program it to your car since it's not original. This module here, if it's coming out of your car, you can actually reset your original module that comes out of your own car. You don't have to pay the dealership prices for a brand new module. You can reuse your original module by getting it reset. We have all that information on MyAirbags.com. Now, another big issue that rebuilders encounter are the seatbelts. Instead of buying new seatbelts, we can actually rebuild the original seatbelts. Let's take a look. So if you're someone that rebuilds cars, you already know that along with the module, the seatbelts also deploy. They'll lock up. Sometimes they won't necessarily lock up, but they'll throw a code letting you know that the actual seatbelt deployed and that it needs to be replaced. What we can do here at MyAirbags is actually rebuild the original seatbelt unit. It's called a pretensioner unit, and it deploys, it locks up, or it throws a code letting you know to replace it. On this car, usually it's the two front seatbelts that need to be replaced. Some Audis and Volkswagens also have the back seatbelts that also go bad as well. But right now I'm going to briefly show you where the seatbelt is, what it looks like, how to unplug it, and how to unbolt it. Now, right down here, is where I'll start. You want to start on this foot panel here on the side. You can use a flat bar or a flathead screwdriver. I like to go ahead and just get my fingers right underneath between the carpeting and the panel and just lift right up. You'll hear some popping noises, and that's fine. And you want to work right in towards the center panel. So I'm going to keep working this up right over here. And once that's loosened, this will come up much easier. And I'm going to get in right in between here. Again, you can use a flathead. These are just a series of tabs that hold it together, and you can just pop it open. All right, so now that we have that panel out, let's come in and take a closer look. This is what's called a pretensioner or a seatbelt pretensioner unit. This is the part that deploys, and they're actually looking at this. I can see that this is a dual stage seatbelt. There's two plugs on it. Dual stage means there's two parts that deploy. And if you look here, here's one plug. This part deploys, and there's another part right here that plugs in, and that part deploys. We can do both parts of the seatbelt for a combined bundle price, and you can go to MyAirbags.com and take a closer look at that. So if we were removing this seatbelt to send in for a rebuild, first you would make sure, of course, that the battery is disconnected, and then we would go ahead and remove these plugs right here. There's two of them. And then we would go ahead and remove the hardware. There's a bolt right down in here that's holding the end of the seatbelt. There's the main bolt right over here. And if we follow the seatbelt up, right behind this panel here, right behind it, you will need to remove this little part here and remove that. But right behind it, there's a bolt that connects the top of the seatbelt. Once you have the seatbelt removed, you can send it in along with your module, and we can reset the module and both front seat belts that deployed. So in summary, this is just one way that we help automotive professionals save money while safely rebuilding their car. Hey guys, if you're sitting there with a question in mind, go to MyAirbags.com and click on help. On there, you can type in a keyword or a question, and most likely the right answer will pop up right for you. If it doesn't, we're always here on the phones. You can email us, chat with us, or you can even just text us. We're always here to help you, MyAirbags.com. Now's the time to give us a big like, subscribe to our channel. We have more videos just like this. Comment. I really enjoy reading your comments. This is Eli with MyAirbags.com. Save time and money on your next project.